Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Simon Says. This is Simon Faval, and it is a very strange recording. It is like 5 a.m. I've been up all night, but I'm here with Sandy Arab from the Juxcraft server.
Hello?
And we're going to do some speed mining. So, what's the plan here as I dig down?
So I've already kind of got a little bit started. I got some chests set up. I like to keep stuff organized. I have some furnaces set up for the iron and gold that we find. And basically we're just going to dig out in the 50-meter square radius that it goes at this level. And then until you're tired of doing this, I'm going to keep going down a few levels after we do that.
Right.
I'm just trying to collect a bunch of stone and stuff because I know Hollow needs some stone for the iron farm to build that.
Hi.
Hello.
I will...
Yeah, your stuff's down in this chest over here.
Okay. Yep. Where do you want the dirt for now?
Dirt, I believe, is down in this bottom left. That's where I put all the garbage items.
Alright. Yeah, just before, guys, I missed an ender pearl throw and sort of fell to my death. But it's okay, because we're here, and I've still got all my items, including some stuff that I enchanted before, since the last episode, that I haven't uploaded yet. So say hello to Orin's Blade and Orin's Bow. Also got a nice Efficiency 4 Silk Touch pickaxe, a Fortune 2 one, and a diamond pickaxe that Sandy has lent me for today. And without further ado, which I guess I'll go start on the other side.
Yep, just kind of in the square. You don't have to go 3 high if you don't want. If you just want to go too high, it doesn't matter.
So he's got haste on this beacon, of course, which means that with this efficiency 5 pickaxe, it's literally like cutting through butter. And oh my god, it is wonderful. I'm surprised that I mean, I know I just said this, but I'm surprised that I'm not as tired as perhaps I should be. It's a strange feeling.
Found some diamonds.
Nice.
Right there by your feet.
I saw that. Yeah, like I'm not usually the sort of person to stay up this late, but I've been doing that a little bit more and more for some reason. Part of it's just because of work. Huh?
Oh, I found a little water cave down here.
Oh, nice. Part of it is just because work, because I work as a cleaner at Hungry Jack's, and I like start at 8 p.m, work to 11. And then I just feel like I need a little bit of time to wind down. But then apart from that, I don't know. I've just been sleeping in a lot.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
The human body is weird. I sort of don't really like sleeping in as much as I do, but it makes me feel a whole lot better as a result.
Right, yeah.
Before we were talking about LP stuff, and yeah, and like you mentioned before that your reason for quitting Jux temporarily was because of the lack of co-op stuff, and I think that we can both agree on. I found it sort of interesting in that, this is not to call anyone in particular out, but it seemed, but when I'm trying to look for people to record with, nobody's really that interested. I don't know if that's just because they're all worn out or they just want to do their own thing. It's a little bit frustrating. Especially when I know I do co-op content better. Like, I'm just not that good at commentating solo anymore.
As far as I can tell, I think part of it has to do with the people, like, and it's kind of weird, like, it shouldn't be that way because, like, we should all just be, like, this pretty close group, but, like, some people just would prefer to work with other people, and so...
It's a bit strange, although there have been some good moments, like working together in like the Jux for Bucks sort of stuff, but we shouldn't need those events to get everybody together.
Right. Like
not that I don't appreciate those events.
Yeah. But like you were saying, like, does anyone want to do something together? And someone was like, no, I'm busy. And I'm like, well, you can come strip mine with me. He's like, oh, Sandy's doing something. You want me to help? Like, what? You couldn't do something with Simon? Like, that makes no sense to me.
I guess part of it was just because I wasn't entirely, like, I really didn't have a focus on what I wanted to do. Like, I will say, like, I guess people who watched the last episode noticed, but I'm working on like a big little base sort of thing up in the Nether, and it's I need a lot of this stone and stuff to put it all together, or at least make it look, make it look like it's an actual cohesive thing and not just a pile of blocks smushed together. But I need all this stuff, and obviously it's going to be boring if I just ask people to help me place some blocks.
Well, I thought you were gonna say something different, but like, constantly people are just like, I need this. Does anyone have this? I'm buying this. Like, how are you buying this? Like, you have diamonds? Okay, that means you spent time getting diamonds. So go spend some time mining some stone, or go spend some time farming this. Like, that sort of thing doesn't make sense to me.
It's interesting. Like, I will be honest, I never really quite got the concept of Minecraft economy sort of stuff. Like I don't know. I'm generally a bit of a nice person. Like if people need stuff and I can spare it, then they can just have it. Like, I'm not really the sort of type to enforce a price.
Yeah, that's what I generally do. And people and I went ahead and bought some because I was like, at this point, coming back after everyone had taken my shit and no one was manning up to, I took this. But at that point I was like I don't want to grind for this, so I ended up buying some steak off him. But like a while back, he's like, I'm opening the steak shop, whatever, you should buy some. And I'm like, dude, like, I farm my own stuff. I play the game. I don't need to buy things. I just get them myself.
Yeah, not to say that those food shops aren't handy. Like, honestly, I'm a bit lazy when it comes to food. Like with the wheat farm, and I may as well put this out there for the record, that giant wheat farm, I accidentally used it before I read the sign saying that I shouldn't use it because of the payment thing. I think it was a gold block. So yeah, sorry to the guy who runs that farm. I will definitely pay that when I can.
That's like so. That's like so old. I don't know if anyone even cares.
It is. Yeah, it's Yeah, actually, it's been around basically since since this world began. So I'm a bit surprised that it's like if it's being run at all, that that people are keeping track of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's being kept track of.
Oh my goodness, this pick, this beacon, this speed is amazing.
It is very, very fun.
But very hard not to poke holes in the ground. I mean, not that it matters.
Yeah, I have a system for that.
Nice.
I more swing at blocks that are a little bit further away from me when I'm aiming towards the low ones.
Right.
Need more torches. And also keep an eye on your pick. Doing this makes it run out really, really fast.
So I've heard. I did see. Actually, I think only one other person mine in this sort of way, and yeah, I understand it goes very quickly when you're not paying attention.
Like generally, if you do this by yourself and you're only going, like I'm going 3 high just because, just in case or just because I can. If you only go like 2 high and you do the whole 50 block radius, you will need like 3 repairs on 1 pick. Just doing it once.
Right. There's the cobblestone. Actually, I only recently learned the trick about like shift double clicking on an item stack to copy all the items over.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, how does it work? I'll show it again. Like, if you grab an item stack and then shift double click on, I think it has to be like the same sort of items. Like, if you double click on them, it moves everything over at once.
Whichever you double click on, like you can actually like say if I hold my bow, if that's what I'm using, if I double click on stone, it'll move all the stone. It's just whatever you double click on, that'll all be moved.
Okay then. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really nice trick, and I'm a bit sad that I only learned about it recently.
I was just gonna use ice, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a bucket of water.
Actually, what am I doing? I have torches. I can get rid of all this gravel easy.
And I put iron in the furnaces or gold or whatever just to get it smelting while we're doing this, and then I've been putting like coal, redstone, and diamonds in the bottom right one. Just whatever doesn't get smelted, that's good.
Okay.
So that way I have more inventory space.
Oh yeah, we still have a bit of... fuck it, I'll use the shovel. I'm too lazy to be lazy with the gravel.
Oh yeah, I just use a shovel.
So I could do the torch trick with it, but screw it.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you're doing this, there's just so much of it that you'd have to set up for so many of them. It's just way faster to just straight use a shovel.
Yeah, basically. There we go.
Like that's actually how I've been collecting sand is just with the shovel, because I was doing it like digging underneath and then setting up for torches, and then I'd use a water bucket to pick up all the torches. But I found it was just easier to run around and shovel it all.
And a hell of a lot faster with the good right enchants.
Oh yeah, which I always have.
Yeah.
Like my first day on here, I spent, I don't know, 10 hours or so, and I started out by strip mining. I got my diamonds, and I enchanted my efficiency 4, silk touch, and fortune, and all that stuff, diamond tools.
I note that I generally just take things slowly. Like, although, I don't know, I'd be good to do a big mining spree, but I never seem to do it on the first few days. Would be good to actually make a day of it for me, to just have a day of recording where I just do caving, and
Right.
although then I have to think about what to talk about.
Yeah, like, and I don't really watch his content. I've seen a couple episodes, but I know what Mumbo does is basically he'll log on the it's like his job is to play Minecraft, so he has, I would assume, a lot more time than you. But
Right.
but basically what he does is like he'll log on the server, and like every day he'll do 1 hour of strip mining. So he'll get on, or every episode that he does, he'll do 1 hour of strip mining before the episode.
Right.
I've been doing a little bit of that, somewhat on my single player is what I've been doing. Like I set up my wither skeleton farm, and so what I've been doing is I'll go to the farm every day and just I'll take 3 potions, night vision and fire resistance, and I'll just spend that 24 minutes hunting wither skeletons for skulls every day.
How well does it usually go, do you think?
With my setup, I get, like, I could have a beacon every day. Like, I generally get at least 3 skulls.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that there's actually people on, but then again, time zones are weird. Like, I hate being like I'll log in to do my recording or just do some setup stuff in my afternoon, and there'll be absolutely nobody around, or there might be 1 or 2 people around, but nobody on the server. This is actually the first time I've seen more than myself on the server for a while.
Yeah, they have been better about it since I quit. They made a strong point about trying to rebuild vanilla, because like when I joined, there was, they had the big talk about like doing Jux gaming, like branching off into other stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like what I told them was, and that's just my opinion, is that like YouTube, even though it's extremely saturated, like the whole Let's Play gaming market, Minecraft is one of the biggest things, and in my opinion, it's... Oh shit, I just broke my pickaxe. Ah, damn it. I gotta go get a new one.
Pick broke?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh dear.
It's not a big deal.
I'm still about halfway.
But like it's one of the easiest ways to just, get a fan base wherever. Like people want like SMP, and a lot of them are dying. Like Minecraft seems to be, people are sick of vanilla Minecraft playing it because they've been playing, 3 or 4 years or whatever. I've only been playing a year, so
Yeah.
for me, it's yeah. But I told him,
Yeah,
I
I
was
see.
like, honestly, you need to like rebuild vanilla, get people who are interested in playing the game and interested in doing YouTube, because that's the way you're going to promote yourself, and then branch off from there, because your members are not staying; they're dying off left and right.
Mm. It's a bit of an odd situation. Like these guys, like I know that they want to be successful or have some sort of success, because that was one of the big reasons that I joined up with them. Not to run on the success, I mean their dedication. At least when I joined back in season 1,
Right.
it's
On which I've heard it was like way better back then. Like people were always playing and things.
yeah, it was a bit more interesting. And granted, I still didn't do very many episodes back then, but part of it was, I don't know, it's I guess because I do juggle Minecraft with 2 groups. Like obviously I've talked about the Deadbeats, or you've probably seen you've seen Borderlands. Those guys that I play with from
Yep.
that, and we sort of started that group together. But because it actually does annoy me that I do get sick. Not sick of Minecraft, but because I have to split the game between 2 different big groups. I guess maybe I do tire of it a little bit, but I still want to try to give my best to each group, because I do like playing with these guys still. They're still fairly decent. I'm just I just wish there was more that I could do.
No, I understand. Well, and that was part of the reason, was like I was doing the same exact thing on this server that I was doing on my single player. Like I was building all these farms, which is fine, but I was doing it alone. So it's like, why do I want to do the same thing twice and create the same content?
Right. I understand what you're getting at there. And I guess that's part of the reason why. I mean, I guess right now it sort of helps that we don't have a season going at the moment over at the Deadbeats, but I am making more of an effort to try to do something different in these sort of, or at least in this sort of big build that I'm planning, like the one that I did in season 2, like the underground cabin. I guess you've probably seen a picture or 2 of that. Or I don't know, but yeah, like I wanted to try to do something like that, and I want to try to get some people from the server to help me build it, if only so that I can have some group content with them. That's the big plan anyway. And then once I'm there, what would I do next? I guess I would probably want to maybe not quite expand, but start building more elaborate stuff. Like I've never really done like automated farms or anything like that. Or done much with redstone. So I feel like that would be something I would want to investigate in the future.
Yeah, that's mostly actually what I do. Is I like to mess with redstone and building farms.
Well, isn't that a coincidence?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I think we just set ourselves up for a couple more episodes to go. Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to see how I go with this, because I definitely want to do, well, as I just said, want to do more episodes on the server. So hopefully we can get a bit more content going together.
Yeah. I gotta run back to my base to get books and stuff.
All right.
So I'll back in a little bit.
Well, keep
Yeah,
digging this in.
that's what I have fun doing. Like, I started a friend of mine's funny circle. So I played Borderlands 2 on 360 on the Xbox, and
Okay.
I was looking for like certain legendaries or whatever, and there were forums where people would do trades, and I met this guy on there, and we hung out and we played Borderlands a lot together, and he was like, I've been playing Minecraft a lot, and I was like, are you serious? Like, to me it seemed like this little stupid kiddie game. Like, I had never seen a Let's Play or anything like that. It was like, it seemed like something for like a 5-year-old. So he's like, no, dude, it's really cool. It's like Redstone. You can create computers and things. I was like, all right, I'll check it out. So I originally got it for Xbox 360 and played with him. And him and his friend me and his friend were playing, and we were trying to set up like a skeleton farm, and it was terrible. So I went on YouTube. I was like looking up stuff on these farms, and it's like, the way I get into YouTube sometimes is I'll watch a video and then there's a recommended video and I'll just keep going for hours.
Right.
So, so I think I believe I started with like Seth Bling because he did a ridiculous amount of like weird stuff.
Yeah.
And he made this player swap game that he played with Etho. So that's how I found Etho. Yeah. So I was like, I recognize this guy somewhere, and I was like, oh, he did the Blaze Farm. So I was like, well, I mean, I got time. I'll check out his series or whatever. And I mean, that's really what got me into it, because he thinks up the most insane things that like are ridiculous awesome.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying a lot of the Minecraft stuff, and seeing like the kind of crazy shit that they do. One recent thing that might only be fresh in my mind because of recently seeing The Hobbit, but Paul Saws, or was it generic, pranking Paul Saws by basically using a cobblestone generator to basically make a giant mountain.
Oh, really?
And you can cover his base, yeah.
Wow.
Weird stuff like that, and then yeah, like I sometimes look to them for like building tips too, because I'm not really the best at making a style. Like I mean, I guess the choice of blocks that I use are generally alright, but I'm never really good at like putting details into things.
Right.
So that's the sort of stuff that I watch them for. And recently the Trouble in Terrace Town stuff that they've been doing. I really enjoy that. Even though it's not Minecraft, but
Right. Yeah, for the most part, I've gotten away from their Trouble in Terrorist Town just because of the situation that happened between them and Rob.
right.
Because I'm a big fan of Rob. Like, I'm a Patreon. Like, I pay him monthly. Like, and I get like specific perks. Like, I have a what's it called? Like a personal email, so I can like email him whenever I want and ask him stuff.
Okay.
And we have like monthly chats, which I think today is supposed to be a chat that we all get together and raid call and we ask him questions and stuff. But I mean, I've seen and heard both sides of the story, and I was not very happy with the way they treated him, so that kind of put me off on Good.
Yeah, fair enough. I still like both of their content. I guess in terms of TTT, I just like watching Co and the Minecraft guys. I just realised saying Co was not very specific because he's on both.
Right, but no, I understand. Um, I think I watched a couple after that, and just I think just it was Rob that made it entertaining for me. Um, I don't think that they. I mean, like they screw around and stuff. Like Ko is obviously just like the biggest troller ever. Um,
Yeah.
but like it's just I don't know. No one really takes charge like Rob did, like with trying to create something. That's just my opinion.
Actually, yeah, that is sort of an interesting point. Like, yeah, I can see that he, at least, I have watched a couple of Rob episodes lately, like when he was playing with them, and I do remember that he would do things specifically to try to get the trader to accidentally out himself in a way
Yeah,
that
like
was
he's
entertaining.
always instigating like role play type situations, which is what like I enjoy the most when they're doing it. They're like I know one episode like there was this gun shop. It was like the only place you could get guns, and so he was like I'm the gun shop owner here. Anyone looking for guns? And like
Right.
doing silly stuff like that, and